Well, senioritis is a chronic problem that affects many people. I am one of those people. It prevents you from doing what you're supposed to do in this environment, and it really brings you down. I mean, you feel good about it while you're doing it, because you got no care in the world. But when the senioritis stops, which is always right before the thing happens to be right in front of your face, then you start to panic, and you cry. Just yourself to sleep, it hurts.
Massive apathy at the wrong time.
An awful, awful disease. It's affected my life severely.
How exactly has it affected your life?
I'd say that senioritis is when the students who are about to graduate start to focus more on the fact that they're almost done than the fact that they're not actually done yet. And so they stop doing as much of their work, they stop putting as much effort into their work, and they find it really hard to find the motivation to keep going for the last part of school.
Severity, yes. I would compare it to cancer, because it's very, very tough, and I think it's sexually transmitted. It could be AIDS, HIV, STDs, that stuff. Only it wouldn't be an STD; it'd be it's a senioritis transmitted disease. Because no matter what, even if you're somebody who's like an upstanding junior, the minute you step foot on your senior year, it attacks you. It's a virus. It's a sickness.
I've seen pretty much every senior that I've taught tends to develop it in some form. They get it to different degrees, and they get it at different times as we approach the end of the school year. But I don't know of any seniors that I've taught who didn't at some point struggle to find the same motivation that they had back in September.
Well, I started to develop these lumps on my arm a couple of days ago. It might just be a rash, I don't shower. But I haven't been doing my homework, I don't study, I need help. I need help.
The ravages of senioritis. It really comes down to mindset, I think. Making sure that you remember that even if you only have 3 weeks, would be identical to having 3 weeks in November. That the grades still count. Colleges can turn down their admission for you. You still need to put in the same effort because the impact of that in the long term still matters. And so keeping your sights on the bigger picture rather than on the shortened picture is important. And so for me, I think teachers get it, not to the same degree as seniors, but we certainly start to get that itch of like, okay, we're almost done. How many more weeks? And you have to be focused and say, okay, I can't just blow off the last month of school. I still need to be fully engaged in my job and make sure I'm teaching all the way to the end. Because a month of school is a lot of learning that can occur.
I continue to assign work and make it count and make it valuable, and I hope that they realize that, yes, I've worked this hard for this long, 12, 13 years. It's not time to quit until you actually cross the ribbon. All you have to do is go back and watch some of those old sports highlights. I don't even know what the race was, but the guy was running like this 5-mile thing, and he's coming down the final stretch, and he's cheering, and he's like this, woo, and he's all touting himself, and some guy beats him at the end. He was way ahead. All he had to do was keep running, because life is a very competitive thing, okay? And just because you might be winning in this small little fish pool of Platte Canyon, when you walk out the door, the world's going to slap you right upside the face, and if you're not ready, you're going to get knocked down. Hopefully you're tough enough to get back up.